Hey, it's Mark with Buckeye Marine. So for 2025, MasterCraft's released all new helms and dashes on their XT and X Series boats. Let's dive in and see what the XT Series dash has to offer. So standard on all the XT Series boats, you're gonna have this nice 12-inch touchscreen. The first thing you notice obviously is the field of information. It's beautiful, well laid out, all new user interface. The other thing I love is the overall layout. You know, great visibility across the dash, certainly a driver's boat. You know, you can see right over the bow and still have all the information you want. While it is an all new user interface, overall really easy to get used to. You know, I've spent a lot of time in the last generation boats. You know, there's a lot of similarities that make it very user friendly and familiar, while also being new, fresh, and having some added functionality. So the first thing you'll notice, you know, your toolbar menu across the top, you've got engine temp, voltage, air temp, water temp, and depth. And then you're right into your drive mode. So drive, surf, and tow. Obviously clicking those is gonna bring a new field of information here. We've got the surf star system and the wave shape there. And then your tow modes, you know, with hotkeys for wake beginner, intermediate, ski, things like that. So very user friendly, very familiar. Your main menu drops down across the right side of the screen here, with obviously your tow modes first. You've got your music settings. There's always going to be a physical slider down to change the music, but they've also included this nice rotary dial. So you can change the music, change songs back and forth, pause, and also change the volume right from there. Moving past there, you've got your lighting, which is very familiar for other people who have been in the boats before, and then you've got your switches. Something cool that I've seen set up, you know, we'll go to nav here, bring the nav in. You also have a favorites button down in the corner. So if you do want access to, let's say, your switches, but you don't always want to go deep into this menu to get it, you can set your favorites up. So I've got it set right here for the heaters, the seat heaters, your blower, and your build switches. And that's customizable, but you know, for those quick kind of keys where you want to get access to it, it's right there. On the left side of the screen, which is pretty static, is going to be your conventional gauges, you know, your operating gauges, fuel, RPM, miles per hour, as well as your speed control settings. One feature they've built into this that I've really been waiting for and I'm really excited to have is a rudder positioning sensor. So for buyers coming out of an outboard or stern drive boat and they're worried about taking off and not knowing if the wheel's straight or the rudder's straight, this rudder positioning sensor is going to show you how many degrees off from center you are and allow you to take off in a straight line every time. This has existed on some of our bigger Regal cruisers. Obviously in the sailing community, rudder positioning sensors are common. All XT series boats are now going to have it, as well as obviously the X series. Really nice subtle feature built into there that I know our customers are going to like. So one thing here on the dash we haven't talked about is this MyDrive system here. So this rotary dial here, set up with some hotkeys, gives you full functionality and access to the screen without really taking your hand away from the throttle. So while it is a touchscreen, I can get through all the different menus here, adjusting everything. I really envision myself using this boat without ever really needing to touch the screen and really diving into this. The rotary dial itself and its functionality is attributed to any one of the hotkeys. So if I want to adjust speed, I'm going to click speed, it pulls it up. I can now modify my set speed for the cruise control right from the screen. You can press enter on it, it's going to activate. At the same time cruising, I can click the tab setting. You know, I've got my port, starboard, and center tab. If I want to deploy this down, I can. It's not doing it right now while it's in the demo mode. But yeah, if you're cruising and you want to get the bow down a little lower, or reduce some cavitation, you can do it all right from here. And then most importantly, you know, with the awesome SurfStar system and the adjustability of the waves, right from the MyDrive system there, you can click Rapid Surf. It's going to give you your wave shape, and you've got right at your fingertips, you know, waves 1 to 7. You've also got an ability to switch. This is really awesome. Obviously, it's going to do the countdown. It's got some audible cues. So as you're switching sides, you know, 3, 2, 1, there'll be an audible cue to go. So for you know, surfers that are working on that transition left to right, really want to cross over the wave, maybe have a little more of a novice driver. There's more visual and audible cues to help make that happen. And then lastly is the favorite switch that I talked about. So if I've got this set up for my switches, I can now activate whatever I want right within that switches menu. If I wanted to have something different, let's say more, you know, wave settings or information, you can set that up in your favorites. And again, you know, if you're using this boat and you find that you're using the rotary encoder, awesome. If you're kind of so used to the touchscreens and want to just get in here and use kind of logic, okay, if I click this, what's going to happen? It's very, very user-friendly to go through. And obviously there's the aft camera view. As we get in some X Series boats, the X Series have a whole different screen layout altogether. It's going to couple this 12-inch screen with a 15-inch panoramic screen across the dash. Overall, you know, same functionality, similar layout, but you can customize and have larger fields of vision. So if you want the nav up top and you want to have the camera and you really want to see different things at the same time, I'm excited to show you through those X Series dash and what it has to offer. These 2025s are in stock at the dealership now. If you want to come see it in person, experience the dash either in the showroom or on the water, I'd love to connect with you. You can reach out to me at mark@buckeyemarine.com or shoot us a DM in the messages here.